Hello, Internet neighbors. I'm glad we could be together again. And today I have a very special review. This is probably the first review of one of these on YouTube. It is an Ertl trolley car coin bank. Now, I've seen a lot of these on eBay and in quite a lot of antique shops. They are 1 to 43rd scale, meaning that they are just slightly larger than O scale, but it's still within that size range, which I'll get into a comparison soon. Now, probably you're wondering, what's the difference between a trolley and a trolley car? Well, a trolley car is a bus that has been converted to have a trolley body on top of it. So it has steerable wheels, and it has a diesel or diesel-electric engine inside of it, usually up at the front. And these are used for coach tours for the most part. I've actually ridden on a few of these down in both Fort Worth and in Florida. And they function very similar to a regular trolley. The only major differences, again, they don't run on rails, they run on the road. They don't have any pantographs or poles. And they are single-ended, meaning they have a cab at one end, but no cab at the other end. This is the Hershey's variant, and I bought this on the well-known auction site, eBay, for about $25 to $24. And I was actually expecting this car to be a lot bigger because I was going to convert it to run on O-scale track, which is what I'm still going to do. These are not very rare, they're very common. There are rare variants, but they've been made in the hundreds of thousands instead of the tens of hundreds, like most collectors assume. So this is just the back of the box. It gives a brief history about the Hershey's company and why Ertl made this car and everything. There's the other side of the box. It's got the old Hershey's logo on it and everything, very vintage looking. And there's the presentation part of the box and all that. Very nice. I definitely do plan on getting a second one to display in box just because of how nice this looks. And here is the trolley car itself. And it does function as a bank. You put your coin in the top through this slit in the roof, if you can see that. And then it goes down into this little compartment here, and you can turn this little key, which will unlock the, there we go, this little base thing, and then you can empty out all your coins and all that. Just to show you how this little mechanism works. I'm trying to do this all while holding the camera and turning that. So there it is. So now it's locked, and now I just turn it and then you can pull it out. So I'm going to do that. Now, what most people I've seen do when they display these is they leave the keys inside, which is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take the key out, and there's this little nub right here. There you go. You can see it now. There's that little nub. And you take the key, and it's got this hole, and you put it in one side, because there's three little nubs on one end, so these are to stick out, and then you turn it like that so that it wedges itself in there, and now it won't come off unless you unwedge it like that. Now, this trolley bus obviously has never been taken out of its box in a long time, and because of that the axles are slightly warped because it's been sitting in one position. So it does this, it waddles when it runs. You can kind of see it. But it still rolls, and I really do like it. It's very, very heavy. The deck roof is die-cast, the main body is die-cast, and the interior is plastic, and the window areas here are plastic. This little front bit is plastic, and the bumpers and the bottom chassis are plastic, and so are the wheels. They're made of a rubber. So in the pictures and in video, this thing looks quite wide. And not going to lie, it is wide, but it is not as wide as you would think. Just for comparison, here is my Lionel Bernie trolley. It's not as tall, but then again, these Bernies are some of the smallest trolleys ever built. So it is just as wide as the Bernie car, actually. It's just as wide. So there we go. There's a top comparison. And just to give you a size of right there, the widths are about the same. I do like how it has an open deck at the back. If I could, I'd love to have an open deck like this on the front of it, like that, so that way I could really get away with the whole, it looks like a regular trolley look to it. However, the front is enclosed, but I don't really mind it too much. There's the doors. They do not open. They are static. Of course, here's some of the beautiful paintwork, if my camera will focus. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. So now you can see that. And it also has the number 21 on that little plate. And then right up here it says Hershey's Transit Company, Hershey's, and some more detail work. And then here at the back it says Hershey's, the Great American Chocolate Bar, no contest with that. And then it just sort of repeats the same motif on this side, although interestingly enough, it does not have the number plate on the what would be the left-hand side, but it has it on the right, which, if anyone knows trolleys, most of the time they do have, the larger cars do actually have their number here, but they would also have another thing right here, which is still pretty cool. I mean, granted, mine also has that. So yeah, it's very cool. I look forward to converting this one to run on O gauge. I might just do a wheel swap test for the first part and then actually see about finding a small flat motor to put in there. Probably a what's the word I'm looking for? Probably another MTH bump and go motor to put in there, because those are the entire motor and chassis assembly is very flat, and it would probably fit within here. Because I can't use one of the Lionel Bernie car motors because these are absolutely huge on the inside, because it's the gang car chassis assembly. There's the inside of that, just if you wanted to see how that works. On the inside there are molded in seats. Where the door sits is where the coins actually get shifted. And then there is a driver's seat with a steering wheel. I will probably put a driver in there. And it has some numbers on the roof. Some more screws in there. Then here's the deck. It's got the open vestibule, a floor, and it's got the little gates on the sides. There we go. And little grills for where the wheels are at. There's the front, there's the little headlights and turn signal lights. Yeah, all in all, these are very nice. If you like collecting large-scale die-cast vehicles, I would definitely put this down as one to definitely look at. It's not a must-have, but it's definitely an interesting one to look at and actually appraise in hand. Again, these suckers are heavy. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Goodbye.